again you would see something which is very impressive. Now you can look and you can see that we closed the week at 92.93. we have a structural point at 93.15. we did make an attempt over the weekend and we put the high at 93.30, which is a very good test of the high. The only concern I have is that I would have preferred if it broke above the 93.15 for this thing to explode to the upside. The only reason I would say that this thing did not happen, and I would still be taking this as a sign of strength, is that Friday was Thanksgiving Day and the markets, primarily everybody was on vacation, so most of our technical setups, again, we have to take them with we'll take the closing with a grain of salt. So having said that, this makes our trade extremely easy. And if you can see at the intraday chart, you can see this, how perfect this move is. You can see how tight our ranges are, and it has been moving very nicely, making a top, coming back, making a higher high, and it's pushing very nicely. And you can see that Friday was pretty much a sideways pattern again because the market was thin. But this gives us, as I said, a very easy setup. So the dollars, we are going to, this is the plan, Maher. We're going to buy the dollar Swiss above 93.15. It is also our structural point, and if I buy it above 93.15, and it because it is my buying point and it is my structural long point, I am going to use my stop as 93.15. Which that means what? It means you want to give it a very tight stop, about 10-15 pips. But this is how we operate. This is our methodology. When your buying point is your structure point, I put the stop as one and the same, and that's an indication for you to know that this means that this, if it comes back 5 or 10 pips below it, that's all what you want to give it. You don't want to give it much longer than this. And for my short side, for my short trade, as you can see, this is such a magnificent move to the upside. I really don't have any reason, literally I have no reason to go short the dollar Swiss. Any move to the downside over here is a buying opportunity. I literally wouldn't short it unless it trades below the 92.16, so it's 100 points away, but that's what it is. I'm going to short it only below 92.16. I don't want to waste my money or my time trying to take a low probability or a mediocre trade. Okay, I'm going to answer a question in a second, Ahmed. I don't know what you're trying to say. And my structure short point, I'm leaving it as is, which is the 89. I'm going to use 89.26. And that is my structure point. And in this case, since my entry is far away, I'm going to leave the entry as is, as my stop. Okay, so primarily my bias is to taking the Swiss franc, the dollar Swiss, to the upside. I want to be buying it above the structure point, and if I do, this is going to be my buying point and also going to be my structure point, and I'm not going to give it any much room. Probably I'm gonna, if you want to really technically put a stop, we're buying it at 15. If you want to use the stop below the market side of 92.93, that's the best. That's as much as you should give it as a stop. Okay, that's the dollar Swiss.